Hey again. This is video number 2 of my series from crisis to lipolysis to ketosis. And in the first video, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about, a definition of terms, what it means, basically from one phase from crisis, what it means, what does lipolysis mean, and what does ketosis mean. And now for the next, 3 or 4 videos, what I'm going to do is go through a series of detail on each particular section and what it means. How do you get there? How do you transition from one to the other? So we talked about how everyone has their crisis moment, or the moment when they decide that they need to do something different, right? So then we try, different diets. We try different things that we want to do. Here, I'm drinking my energy drink. Um, it's Saturday morning. Sorry about that. But these are really good, by the way. The Try Energy. Anyway, so you want to go through and you want to talk about, when you first start your process. What does that mean to you? What did you do? How did you get there? Were you, trying to pick up your grandkids or something like that, and you realize, wow, this is tougher than it used to be? Or, you're out playing in the yard and you're getting tired, or, you're getting up, you're not sleeping well at night, and you're realizing that, man, the weight is a contributor. Or, you want to fit into these jeans and they just aren't fitting anymore. You're with your guys or whatever, and you're trying to, impress the ladies, and you're at the beach, or you're trying to, thinking about taking a vacation for the summer, and you realize, I am not ready. Year after year, you've decided that, your New Year's resolution is I'm gonna lose weight this year. I'm gonna join the gym this year. And so you start in January and in February, and you get in, with Weight Watchers or Jenny Craig, or, you start exercising, you hire a trainer, and, all of a sudden everything changes. You buy all this stuff and you realize, man, this is hard. This is harder than I thought. And 90% of people quit during crisis. Why? Because you don't have people that are there to support you. Two, you don't have the strength to continue with a very strict diet program that's super limiting as far as the calorie intake. Some of them, like we talked about, the HCG diet. I mean, that there's modified ones, but you have to do it under a supervision of a doctor. But in general, they're 500 calories a day. Wow, that's just not a lot of calories. So they're trying to get you into lipolysis and ultimately ketosis, so that your body can start consuming its own fat, which we'll get into later. But you have to go through a crisis moment, and in those crisis moments, those are hard. They're difficult. You're hungry all the time. You're frustrated because you don't have any energy. You've tried this, you've tried that, it doesn't work. And then now you realize, look, I gotta do something because I'm not liking who I am. I don't like when I look in the mirror. And sometimes some people even go from crisis to just acceptance. They just accept who they are. They accept this new person. They accept this weight. They didn't like it, so they tried it, but then they couldn't get through the crisis. And so they just said, you know what, forget it. If you don't like me for who I am, then you don't like me at all. And it's like, wait a minute, time out. I love you for who you are. You told me that you wanted to lose weight. You mentioned for yourself, when you look in the mirror every day and you realize that, you know what, I want to lose weight for whatever reasons. It could be medical reasons. It doesn't just have to be I don't like the way I look. There could be health reasons, diabetes, high blood pressure, all kinds of things that contribute to weight gain, that if we lose the weight, we can control. So there's all kinds of reasons why people, choose to lose weight. And far be it from me to judge anybody. Far be it from me to make any sort of statement as far as whether I think that you're beautiful or not, whether I think that, you should be 50 pounds or 100 pounds less. That's up to you. That's between you and your conscience and those around you. But during crisis is the most difficult time. I had a guy, I used to work for a major gym and a fitness club. And I talked to the guy because I used to do corporate sales. And this one guy came into the gym because I just sold a membership to their company, and they've got it as part of a benefits package. So he sat in the parking lot for, from what he said, was weeks, but I don't know how long it was, but it was weeks. And he came there almost every day, sitting in the parking lot for weeks. And when he sat there, he got ready to come in, then he just couldn't muster up the courage, couldn't muster up the energy, because he saw all these young kids coming in. He saw these, bodybuilder types, these big, muscle bound guys. He saw these ladies who were small and beautiful, and they looked like their bodies were perfect. And he wasn't. And so that discouraged him. Finally, one day, he got enough courage and he came in. And when he was telling me his story, I almost teared up, because I realized that everybody has their day one. Everybody has their first moment. Everybody has that, that first time when they do something, or that first routine when they begin their exercise. And just because someone's further along in their process doesn't mean that they're better than you. It means that they're just further along in their process, right? So I told him that, and he thought, you know what, you're right. And then I stopped and I said to him, I said, listen, you did the most important thing, and you lifted the heaviest weight in this entire gym, 10,000 square foot gym, and you lifted the heaviest weight here. And he's like, really? What is that? You came and you lifted the front door. You pushed your way through the front door. You made a decision. You struggled with it for a while, but you overcame it, and now you're here. He got through his crisis moment. Now, you may be in your crisis moment. You may be in a moment where you're trying something and you haven't made it through. You may be in that moment where you're struggling still and you're not losing the weight that you want to lose, that you've made a commitment year after year after year, and you have not completed that commitment. And now you're frustrated. You may have tried everything that's out there, and you just absolutely have no idea what to do now. So what do you do? What do you do? That is crisis. Okay. Now, on a personal, emotional level, that's crisis. Now, I'm at 7.5 minutes. I told you I'd keep these videos short. The next video I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you about how your body goes through crisis and what that means, and then how that crisis in your body then transitions to lipolysis. And now we begin the journey of properly and effectively contouring your body for weight management. And so, yeah, it's a beautiful Saturday afternoon. I'm going to go out. I'm going to hang out a little bit, maybe throw a little, ball with the kids and play some Foursquare like we did last weekend or something like that. I don't know. But I'm going to just enjoy some time with the family. I hope you do too. And stay tuned, because tomorrow I'm going to do the next video, and it's going to be on crisis in the body and what your body goes through during that time. All right. Thanks a lot. We'll talk to you soon.